Hey everyone, Aaron from A.R.F Personal Training. So this video is the first of a few that I'm going to be doing, talking about a few different topics. This one might turn into a little bit of a rant, so I'll pre-warn you. Basically, just lately I've been speaking to a lot of people that are part of certain weight loss clubs, slimming groups, and they are basically saying, oh yeah, they're great, oh, I've lost loads of weight, and I completely and utterly agree. I'm sure they have. Don't doubt it for a minute. In fact, I know you'll lose weight on these clubs. The problem with it is, or my problem, my opinion, my problem, whatever, for whatever that's worth, is that there's no structure in place after these diets are finished to make sure you're eating properly afterwards to maintain your weight. So say for example, just to make life easy, you're 13 stone and you want to be 10 stone. Okay, so you've got to lose 3 stone. You go on these diets, they're extremely calorie restrictive. You lose your 3 stone quite quickly, and you're down to your goal weight of 10 stone. So you stop doing your diet, you go back to eating your normal amount of calories, or what you think is a normal amount of calories for maintenance. So to maintain that now 10 stone weight, you'll probably find that maybe you're eating too much, so you're in a calorie surplus, so you're eating more than you're burning. You'll put weight back on. You'll think, oh, I came off that diet, I put weight back on, now I need to go back on that diet, and you go back on the diet, and the same thing happens again over and over and over. It's the yo-yo diet effect, and I just don't think it's fair, guys. You've put in a lot of work, you've trusted in a system that's pretty much flawed, and it's just not working. Now, one of these particular groups I've been looking at a little bit more, someone I know is actually doing it, and I was looking through the paperwork just out of curiosity more than anything, and there's nothing in it at all that is specific to them. No one has sat down with them and gone, you individually need to eat this amount of calories to lose £1 a week, to lose £2 a week, to maintain your weight as it is, to put weight on. No one has sat down at all and worked any sort of numbers out with them at any point. They've gone, here's a book, this is our structure. If you can treat yourself, but you have to allow for it by having a points-based system or something like that. And at no point is it individualized to the individual. How do you know if you're losing weight? Like, they're obviously but the structure they've got is, it means there's a massive calorie deficit, so you're going to lose weight quickly, but it will peter off and plateau after a certain amount of time, and then when you stop doing this particular diet, you'll put it all back on again. Now, what you need to do, a little bit of a scientific term here, is you need to work at your basal metabolic rate, which is your BMR, which is basically how many calories you need to consume as an individual to maintain your weight as it is now. So just sitting here now, how many calories do you need to have a day to maintain that weight? Now, the majority of people don't know, because they've never even heard of BMR, they've never heard of basal metabolic rate, they've never heard of working out how many calories they need to maintain their weight. Now, say for example, again, you make life easy, you've done this, you've gone to see someone, you've done it yourself, whatever, but you've worked out you need 2,000 calories a day, okay, just to maintain where you are now, to stay exactly the same way as you are now without doing anything different. That's not taking into account exercise and things like that, we'll get onto that later. But you need 2,000 calories a day to stay where you are now. Now, you want to lose £2 a week, for example, or even £1 a week. Now, what we do is we drop that down by 200 calories. So now you're having 1,800 calories a day. Okay? If you find that's not working, we'll drop it down a little bit more to 1,700 calories. But you never drop it too much, because then you're in too much of a calorie deficit and your body goes into the shock system, the shock phase, and that's when you're not going to get the results you want, or you're going to get results too quickly. Now, I don't know the exact science, I could be absolutely making up these numbers and have no idea what I'm talking about. Please, if you're out there and you have got some knowledge on this, correct me if I'm wrong, but I presume that these plans, these diet clubs, these slimming groups, they put you in a massive calorie deficit. They don't educate you properly on the amount of and sort of foods that you're eating, or you should be eating, for you as an individual. It's a very, very generic process. So that's how they get their results. But you need to know your numbers, guys. So the basic principle of weight loss is you need to eat less than you're burning. Now, the other thing you need to take into account as well, if you're doing exercise and you're already in a calorie deficit to lose weight, you're in even more of a calorie deficit by now. So if you need your 2,000 calories to maintain your weight as it is, you've dropped it to 1,800, so you can be in a calorie deficit, so you can lose weight a little amount over a period of time, however long you choose, and then you do exercise. So you say, for example, again, just to make life easy, you've burnt 200 calories. That's then making your calorie intake for the day 1600 calories. So now you're in a 400 calorie deficit. Calorie. So does that make sense? So you need 2000 to maintain. You've dropped it to 1800 so you can lose some weight. You've then burnt 200 calories in exercise. So now you're a total of 1600 calories a day. So you've 400 calorie deficit. Now that might be too much for you. That might make you feel like crap. That might make your sleep pattern off. That might just make you feel absolute crap, guys, okay? So you need to know your numbers and you need to play about with them for you as an individual. Now, the biggest thing I'll say, if you're unsure of it, do your own research, but if you're unsure of it, get in touch with a professional like myself. It doesn't have to be me. I'm not making this video to try and get you guys to come to me, but just go and ask for some help. Pay for someone's time. Ask a question, message me on here. It's absolutely fine. I'm more than happy to help. I will help you out. If you want a consultation, I'll do 30 minutes free. Okay, you can come down to the studio and talk to me one-on-one for 30 minutes. We'll go through all of this and we'll see where you're at the end of it, and then we'll go from there. But it's absolutely free, guys. Get in touch with somebody and ask the question, because it's all right going and joining these groups, but nothing is specific to you as an individual. They don't know that you need more carbohydrates to make yourself feel good. They don't know that you're not getting enough protein intake. They don't know you, okay? And that's the important bit. Everybody is different. Perfection is different for every single person, okay? Some people's idea of perfection is to have a six-pack and bulging biceps and all this. Another person's idea of perfection is to actually just be able to walk down the stairs without being in pain, walk to the shop and buy a newspaper. Do you know what I mean? So that people's idea of people's perception of perfection, there we go, it's completely different for everybody. And I think it's really important that you're making sure that you're individualising these as much as you can, and don't just go along with it. Don't just accept what you're being told is right. Ask the question why. If you go into these groups and they're saying you need to do this, why do I need to do it? Ask the question. You're not being awkward, you're not being a pain. You want to know. It's your nutrition at the end of the day, guys. You need to be eating to make you feel good and to function optimally as an individual. And that's not going to happen when you're following a completely generic plan that's got no inclination to you as an individual, okay? So it's quite a long video, this one, guys, compared to my normal ones, but well done for sticking with it. I hope that shed a little bit of light on it. I hope that sparked some curiosity and prompted you maybe to ask some questions. But get in touch with me, guys. Honestly, I say it every time, I really do enjoy hearing back from you guys, and the questions I get are great, and I'm more than happy to help. If you want a consultation, if you want even if we have a consultation over the phone, 30 minutes, absolutely free. I'll offer that to anybody who's interested. But get in touch. Don't sit there and wonder. Don't just follow the herd. Don't just think, well, they're all doing it, I'll do the same. Don't yo-yo diet. Don't lose weight, put it on, lose weight, put it on. Lose the weight you want to lose and then maintain it at a comfortable level for you as an individual, okay? But get in touch, all right? If you think this video might help somebody else, guys, if someone that you know has been doing yo-yo dieting for a long time, struggling with their weight, etc., get in touch with me and I'm more than happy to help. I'll give them a consultation, but tag them in the video. Share this on your page for me. It just helps me get out to a wider audience and educate more people, ultimately. Okay, so that's the video for today, guys. Well done for sticking with it and listening to my rant. But other than that, take it easy. Have a good day.